It's great to be back. Thank you very much for having me. Indeed, what I would like you to remember afterwards and then follow the blue shirt, ideally, and to get into further discussion, is that there is something like a neo-DSO. The idea to name it that way is because there's some analogy to other neos you might have heard about, like the neo bank, which isn't so different, but still very different. They are neo suppliers. Well, and we are in neo DSO, and it's all about digitization and to help the transformation and thereby help to decarbonize. Now I'm in this. It was supposed the green one in the middle, was it? Oh, it is. Okay, we're Berlin-based. Is this supposed to be funny? No, it's not the one in the middle. Okay. Berlin-based, seed-phased, headcount 14 now. Experienced founder, the team. We're in unusual large number of founders. It's all ex-Ubitricity colleagues. We're 5, following unfinished business after the exit. Raised funding around 3.5 million so far. Seed stage burn is still below 100K a month, so that gives us quite some runway. I think we're in an interesting position. Now, we have in the network, we have a problem. Then everyone that wants to do decarbonization talks about flexibilities. Obviously, we are about small behind-the-meter flexibilities that are a bit more difficult to address because of unit economics, obviously. And although we pay in Germany 45 billion per year for the networks and their operation, which includes a fair bit amount for the digital part of it, we end up in a situation where we think we should do this and that, and all the most obvious parts, like charging the car when the wind blows or warming the water with a heating rod when we have too much electricity, all this kind of stuff is treated as if it were rocket science. It's very evident, from the economics and the tech point of view, and then the reality bites. And what is holding us back is the network bureaucracy of real life. So the typical DSO will, whenever you address them, are very supportive and very friendly, and then answer no. And in Germany, you have many of these. So whenever you are an innovator and you want to scale a German-wide innovation and it's not fully digitized and standardized, you end up with this patchwork. And it's like little jurisdictions, okay? And if you want to score across jurisdictions and you have ever come across a multi-jurisdictional case, that's demanding, And now think of this in this digital space. So everyone has their standardized interfaces, except for they're not perfectly standardized. There are little differences, and that makes it very difficult to scale if you want to develop an offering that includes behind-the-meter flex, and you have to call them one by one or send telefax, it's going to bite, right? So think of these as interfaces per little jurisdiction and see the differences, and now think of an equalizer that to make it a platform that works national, think of the Neos DSO's job to connect to all of them to build a platform, okay? So the job is to make 1 out of 800. So obviously not the copper, but the bookkeeping part of it, Network operators do a lot of bookkeeping. It's called accounting. And it's not about the copper, it's about that part that we digitize. Now, 2022, that's how it started. Wait for it. So in 23, where we're there. Now, in 24, we had some advances, and basically now we're here, right? Aiming, this is the current state of affairs, covering more than 60% of German population by way of integrated local networks into the virtual one, and aiming for 80% coverage this year. And well, you don't see what's missing there. It's because of the resolution, and aiming for 100% next year. Now, the virtual network, what does it do? It serves customers, B2B customers, typically it's suppliers. These are the ones that are currently connected to it. These are the ones supplying virtual meter data points in the virtual network that typically can be connected with EV charging for roaming or whatever. There are a number of use cases, therefore it's one of these interesting horizontal plays. So what I would like from you is to get into discussion about seed or the early A's, that might be interesting to get into discussion now for what is going to happen over the next couple of months. We're not in a hurry. We're very curious to learn more about our investors because we know how important it is to get along very well. Well, and then we are interested in trials, in particular when it goes beyond the German border. TSO relations warmly welcome. And yeah, thanks for listening, and please get in touch.
Yeah.